I'm still in the dream. It's just amazing what happened, and it's just crazy. It's
Did,
just crazy.
did you envision it going that way?
Actually, I envisioned a second round finish. If we didn't get a knockout, we was more thinking of a submission right in the second round. Him taking us down that surprised me, but my coach saw Graham Carlos he was gonna take me down, so that was shocking. And that shows that he respects my striking. But we also thought if he stayed in the pocket long enough, that was smart, and I could catch him. And he did.
And was it like who landed the shorter hook? Is that type of situation, or?
It was just a situation who was faster and more smart at that point, and basically we were just swinging, and my left hook was just a lot more faster. I'm real confident in my left hook. That's what I finished most of my opponents with my left hook, and he stood right in front of me, and when I caught him, I was shocked, and that's why I went to on the ground to pound him, but he stood back up. When he stood back up, I just jumped in and gave him the left hook and then caught him. So it was just a fortune beat the favorite quicker fighter.
So how did it feel when you got the stoppage and you got on top of the cage and just shocked a lot of people?
Oh, it's amazing, man. It was amazing to knock out Ray Cooper. First of all, like I said, I have nothing but biggest respect of him. I think he's a younger version of me. He's just as powerful. He's just as aggressive. But to catch him like that, it was amazing. It was just one of those things that it was like, wow, this really happened, and I went forward. And I don't know if you saw it after the fight. I went to his corner and I bowed to his corner, his father, everything. I told his father, like, this is the fight I didn't want because I knew it would go this way. I mean, I like Ray personally. He's a real good guy. We always talk behind the scenes, but when we got matched together, I was like nothing personal. My business is business.
Before the fight started, there was a moment you and him were just standing there staring at each other. You felt in the room that something bad was about to happen.
Well, we have a saying at FAF kickboxing, be about that life, and basically I had to let them know, like, listen, like, you are a powerful striker, but I'm not scared to stay in the pocket with you. I stand and bang with some of the best strikers in the world, Thiago Alves, Bahad Zaza, Uriah Hall, and I gave them, if I didn't beat Uriah Hall, beat Bahad Zaza, who was the K1 kickboxing champion, and I went toe-to-toe with Thiago Alves, which I took the decision striking. So I had to let him know, listen, I respect you, but I am not scared to stand with you. And tonight, you see why.
Being a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt and not taking that to the ground, you saw your jiu-jitsu display, especially handling the wrestler as strong as Ray. Like, talk me through that. Was you guys drilling a lot of that in camp?
Yes. After Magomedov took us down and did what he did to us, I went back to more of my wrestling base. I am a black belt on the Dave Ginsburg Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. About to get my first degree black belt soon. I'm a black belt to get my degree on top of that. What it was is I went more to a wrestling base and not really depending on my jiu-jitsu, working like the sweeps and stuff. So tonight was just about getting on the scramble and being more of a wrestling based fighter, which I believe I have better wrestling than my jiu-jitsu. So this way you use it and it worked. I heard my coach, no, don't sit there, get up, scramble, and scramble, grab back to the feet, and it worked. So it was really effective, if most anything.
Being highly decorated in the world of MMA, obviously I overheard you said you felt like you're on top of the world. We've seen you fought pretty much for years. How does it feel to have that resurgence and being in this organization?
It feels great. It feels awesome. It was just one of those best feelings I can't describe. It was just to prove to myself, not only to prove to my camp, but prove to the world I'm still relevant, but to prove to myself that I still could be, the number one contender, the next big thing, that I'm still at 36 years old, I'm still could be able to knock someone out, the young kids, to let them know that, listen, I might be a little older, I have some experience, but I'm still be a force to reckon with. So it was an honor to show that and showcase that, and to show the PFL in all leagues, especially what they're doing for the whole MMA community. With making us not only the cage fighters. I'm sick of me being called cop fighters. No, we cage fight. We're professional athletes. And that's why I like that. And I have a new saying, like, just like this, the PFL, the NFL, you get the PFL now. So we're looked at more as athletes, $1 million athletes, and it's about time. And I thank PFL for that.
Hey John, how do you like the point system in the fight? Like, I know you didn't win your last fight, so you get the points, but you win this fight, and you get 6 points. Just like, how do you like that?
I I love that because you decide where you want to be placed at in this fight. You know, me losing my last fight, being 0 points, and having like a necessary need to win this fight, you know, give me more motivation to do what I did tonight. You know, I had to really sit back. I wanted to be more aggressive. You know, if I really want this tournament, I want this $1 million, to go out there and do what I do. You know, I think that Ray is the second best welterweight in the division. You know, but even so, I still went out there. Like, no one, even though he's the second best, I still have to go out there and perform if I want this $1 million to go out there. And I think I showcased that. You know, it's that extra push of motivation, and that's what the sport I think needs. And PFL is providing that, and it's awesome. You know, that makes fighters fight for what they really want to fight for.
A lot of people, for the most part, were looking at Ray Cooper as the favorite going into this. Did you see it as you scoring the upset, or was that fully what you expected to happen?
Honestly, I went to this fight with a game plan, expecting the worst and hoping the best. That's the honest truth. I know people doubt me up because I was older and Ray was like having more hype behind him, and they put all the pressure on him that he's gonna win, and that really didn't bother me too much. I mean, I've been in the fight game not long enough where it's just hype. Hype doesn't mean nothing. Fight's a fight, you know. And I just took it for what it was and just went out there and performed.
At welterweight now, coming in, assuming there's a PFL season 3, which I know is in the works. Assuming you return, you plan to stay at welterweight, or would you want to go back to fighting?
No, I think welterweight is where I belong. You know, I can compete in middleweight. You know, that's never at the window. But right now, I think I'm a better fighter as a welterweight. I think I proved that tonight. So welterweight is where I'm going to stay if the PFL allows me to.
Was there a reason you were at middleweight last season?
The reason why I was middleweight, I didn't think I'd make welterweight again. And I was really concerned. Me being older, it's harder to make weight when you get up in age. But with the right nutritionists and the right people I had in my corner, I was able to make welterweight and get my body back down to the proper weight and do it safely, not overcut and nothing like that, and not hurt myself. So because I was able to do that, you know, I think I'm staying there as long as possible.
So John, if the league format, you actually know already who you're going to be fighting opening round of the playoffs. Obviously, different show. What are your thoughts on him?
I think he's tough. I can't overlook anybody. Obviously, he did real good. He finished his opponent too. So definitely, it's gonna be a tough fight. We got a little more footage to see what we're gonna do. But like I said, can't look over anybody and just go forth and with another game plan and another fight.
Obviously, last year didn't go the way you wanted it to with the tiebreaker in the end there. Probably very disappointing. But are you able to take something away from that experience that's going to give you an advantage going into this year?
Yes. You know what it is? The best way I can take from that is sometimes things happen for a reason. And I think one, it's gonna definitely make for a great story. I think so. But two, it's just I like to show the world that, you know, even when you're down and out and, you know, faith is not in your favor, that you just don't stop and keep going forward. And I think I displayed that, especially tonight, that even though I had the odds against me, even last year that situation happening, that there's always a way to come back. And even though I was down and out at that situation, I came back. Tonight was my, you know, reawakening, coming back and being who I am. You know, I didn't let that stop me. I didn't let that frustrate me enough to not keep going for what I wanted to go for. And I kept going forward. And me keep going forward, I got the result I got tonight.
The 2-round opening fight in the playoffs, we actually spoke to David earlier, and he said, you know, maybe I'll play it safe. Maybe I'll use my wrestling to make sure I win that first round. Do you approach that kind of fight any differently?
No, a little bit differently. Depending on my opponent. I got to talk to my coaches and the strategy. We have a strategy for the whole situation. So I trust my cornermen, and through their strategy and what we're coming with, I'm gonna go with that. So I mean, I've been doing this for long enough to know to come with a game plan. So I'm just gonna implement my game plan and go from there.
Doomsday's in Atlantic City. How does he celebrate such a knockout?
He does. He goes up with his coaches, have a few soda drinks, and he calls his kids, FaceTimes them, and let them know that daddy loves them, and shows them that even when you're down and out, you're still going forward. So tonight I set an example for a lot of people, but I set an example for my kids. You know, especially that my daughter, she's autistic, and she did difficulties going to school. That tonight, and me being on the spectrum, I show her tonight that, listen, that we still can do it. So that's the big win for me. So tonight, a few drinks, and I can't wait to speak to my daughters. I'm so happy. I can't wait.
John, you mentioned earlier about the fact that you feel like it's finally getting to the point where fighters are being recognized as other athletes. seen it's actually on that level on a network like ESPN?
I'm nothing but appreciative. Thank you to ESPN, ESPN Plus, all the coverage. Thank you for finally taking the sport that was looked at as a savage sport, make it into a professional sport. Thank y'all so much, because for years and years we have talked about like all that's an established sport. It was this, it was but my negativity. But now we looked at as a comparison, as like I said, to the NFL. You know, now you got the NFL, but now you got the PFL. So it's just the comparison. It's appreciative, you know, to look at as a professional athlete. So like me being long enough to see the rise of it, I just want to say thank y'all. And Dark, I mean, the press conference, ESPN being here and all this is amazing. This is amazing. I can only thank God for the strides MMA made in this world.
Good enough?